I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips, and today we're going over one of my favorite ways to work on my chip game. So here I've got a pretty standard chip, I don't know, maybe 20 yards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 3 shots consecutively with 3 different clubs. What that's going to allow me to do is be more diverse around the greens because there are so many shots that you're going to find yourself faced with on the golf course. So I got a 56 in. Just going to hit a little mid-trajectory chip, try and land it about half between the fringe and the hole. Alright, that's about, I don't know, 10, 12 feet. Not the worst, not the best. Now I'm going to go on down to my 52. It's going to be a little bit lower in flight. Should land in the front of the green and roll up. I have a slightly open stance for these just because that's what I'm comfortable with. But a nice big bump. It's going to end up almost exactly where your first one went. Probably 12 feet. I'm going to go to the pitching wedge, which is one that I certainly need work with. I usually like to go mid-trajectory. I don't love the bump and runs, but they're very important, so I need to work on them. I'm going to land this probably right around the very front of the green. I did that. Took a very odd hop, but that worked out perfectly. It looks like it's about 2 feet. Now I'm going to go right back to that 56. So I'm just going to be switching 56, 52, pitching wedge. Different shots with each club. That one I went a little bit higher. Landed softer. It's probably 8 feet. Now this is a fairly standard chip, so I'd really like to, on the course, for this to be probably 5 feet out. So I will be a little bit picky with my shots. But again, it's just about building confidence and getting your reps in. Back to the 52 degree. That was a nice strike. It's probably the putt I'd want if I was putting these out uphill about 4 or 5 feet. Now back to this open run pitching wedge. First one worked out pretty well. Chunked that just a little bit, but it jumped. Wow. I don't know if that's going to be on camera, but that rolled out to probably 7 feet. So of those first 6, about 3 of them are solid golf shots inside of 10 feet. But you know, you want that percentage to certainly be a little bit higher, but that's why we're practicing. After this 56, I'm going to try and hit this one a little bit flatted down, actually. So to do that, I'm just going to have it right off my back foot. I'm going to shut the club down a little bit, and I'm actually going to have a little bit more of a draw bias in terms of my path. When I want to hit the ball higher, I'm going to come out to in on my path just to open up that club face, expose it a little bit more. So for this, I'm going to have the inverse. Just get a little draw bump and run. Pretty spinny. Accelerated through that. It's probably 9 feet now. Again, not exactly what I'd be wanting, but so much of practicing chipping, and I think putting, even iron shots, is pretty experimental. Find what you're comfortable with. It might not be the prettiest, but it's all about results. That was the 52. The 52 is probably the club that I would go for on course right now. That's just what I've been liking. That ball wasn't great. I'd say 8 or 9 feet. So I think so far the pitching wedge, surprisingly, has been the most effective for me. Another bump and run here with the pitching wedge. That came out very hot. Hit the pin. It did. Nice. I've always smoked. That's another important part of this drill is I probably swung that like a 56. And because it was a pitching wedge, not only a pitching wedge that's naturally lower lofted, but because I'm lofting it down to hit the bump and run, that ball came out super hot. And if that didn't hit the pin, it probably would have been a 30-foot putt. All right, let's go one more time around here. I'm looking at this spread in front of me. I mean, none of them are dismal golf shots, but, you know, certainly some room to improve. So let's go with the 60 one more time. Not bump and run, it's just going to be mid-trajectory for this 56. I don't know if I said 60 earlier, sorry. But this is a 56. That's going to be spinny. I went up with that. Look at that spin. Good Lord. It jumped right because of that out to in path that I was talking about earlier. But that's probably the best 56 that I've hit. I think that was hit to probably 5-6 feet. You guys have a better look at it from up there than I do down here. Back to this 56, which again, is what I'm more comfortable with. Just back in the stance, bump it up there. That was hit super cleanly. Yeah, just about pin high, probably 2.5 feet. I would think that's the best one of the day. So making some improvements towards the end, and generally when you're practicing pitching, that's what you'll see. Once you get used to this spot, you'll feel a little more comfortable. Pitching wedge, get up. Little roll out, probably just inside of 10 feet. So now that it's over, what was that, 12 shots maybe? You can just kind of look at the green dispersion. Now, for this pin on the course, I'd like to miss it short right, so all those balls short right I'm happy with. Again, those are all makeable putts, but certainly work to be done. This is just the way that I like to practice my chipping. Let me know what you think at home. Thank you all very much for watching. Play well, and take care. Little bonus shot. Little bonus shot for sticking around. Go in.